Well, it rained a little bit last week and 1 million people in Michigan lost their power. Again. It's election season, but is any candidate saying anything about our third world power grid? No. They're busy running around making dumb videos to show how dumb they are about serious things. I mean, it's like high school.
Okay, over here, we have the Ambassador Bridge. Trucks, freight moving back and forth from the Motor City to Canada, moving our economy forward.
Okay, see the trucks crossing the Ambassador Bridge? 85% of them are Canadian. And the rush hour in the morning, that's actually commuters from Windsor coming to work here in Detroit. So the bridge really keeps Canada's economy rolling. Ours, not so much.
This bridge is open. It's owned by Donald Trump's biggest donor, Matty Maroon. They're collecting tolls with every passing.
Yeah, this bridge is open. Of course it's open. There's no problem. Economy's still rolling. But the thing is, Matty Maroon died 6 years ago. The bridge is now owned by his son, Matt. And he's by no way anywhere near the biggest contributor to Trump.
But wait a minute, look over here. The Michigan-made, Canada-paid Gordie Howe Bridge. Not open. Why? Because Donald Trump will sell out our country to the highest bidder.
But wait a minute. Wrong again. Look over here. The Gordie Howe Bridge is in no way Michigan-made. It was paid for by the Canadian government and built by a group of international contractors who've been fined hundreds of millions of dollars for corruption and bid rigging. Now, Michigan was supposed to get half the tolls once Canada pays off the money. But since the project is 200% over budget, we're never going to get any money. All we're going to get is Canada's smog, Canada's garbage, and Chinese electric vehicles being snuck through the ports of Canada. You'd know that if you read the Michigan Enjoyer.
Michiganders, when I'm your senator, this corruption will stop.
Michiganians, I'm just your neighbor. But if you want to be my senator, you're going to have to do more than make shitty videos. It's a new world. We need to negotiate better deals for ourselves because the fucking lights keep going out.
Live from downtown Detroit, it's the No Bullshit News Hour with my main man, Charlie LeDuff, and Karen Dumas.
It's just it breaking news. No more bullshit. No more bullshit.
Is this the hole-in-one?
It's a hole-in-one, $50,000 if you hit it.
Luke Nowacki, Financial Wealth Management. What is 50 grand after tax?
$37,750.
What about state tax?
Yeah, I'm throwing both in there.
What about sales tax?
There's no sales tax.
Well, you're buying the beer.
It's income.
You buy the beer.
We write that off.
Luke Nowacki, Financial Wealth Management.
866-663-4748. Well, you know, when it rains, the power goes out. And when the power goes out, the internet goes out. When the internet goes out, I call my friend Matt and Bernie at XG Service Group. Look at Bernie here on his hands and knees, giving it everything he's got. Look at that man crack. So busy, he forgot to wear a belt. There's Matt right there getting the board together. That's 734-245-4100 if you need Matt and Bernie to come take care of your voice over internet, your security cameras, off-campus access control, Wi-Fi, and cameras for homes and business. They'll design it for you. You got restaurants, they do drive-through systems, railroad cameras for public safety, total wireless camera systems for your home and business. Yeah, that's right. Call XG Services at 734-245-4100. Now, as you just heard, when the power goes out, the light bulb goes on and the political candidates scramble to make dumb videos. This proves once again, that a fool and her money are soon elected. Now, it rained a little bit last week, just a summer storm, it happens, it was, and 1 million Michiganians found themselves in the dark. So what does Jocelyn Benson do? She makes a freakish selfie from a bluff at a lake house somewhere, commiserating with the hoi polloi, who yet again We're baking in the darkened streets of Detroit. Do we have that video?
So I hope you all had a great holiday weekend. But if you're like me, you're also frustrated because I had yet another power outage this weekend. And I actually talked to small business owners near where I live in Detroit, and they had to shut their doors, not being able to serve anyone this weekend because of the same power outages. And, you know, we have some of the highest power outage rates in the Midwest while also paying some of the highest electricity costs. This is too much and it has to end. I have a plan to change this, not only ending these unfair profit-driven rate hikes, but also ensuring we are investing in modernizing our energy grid so that these power outages stop. Let's get it done.
Black blazer and 95-degree heat on the beach. Anyway, who am I?
I could do the blazer, but just not on the beach. I mean, I'm all for black in the summer, but not on the beach.
In air conditioning, I think, right? Now, the thing is, Benson said that last week, too, in a different lame video about high-speed trains. I will revisit that later in the program. Now, her buzzwords, you know, running for governor, empty buzzwords, modernizing infrastructure, building infrastructure. But that's exactly how DTE and consumers make their profits, and that's exactly why we're always in the dark, investing in modern infrastructure. We'll go into that too. I'll tell you how DTE actually works. What the monopolies do not do is keep the current infrastructure in working order because there's no profit in it. What we really need is for the power companies to cut the trees and maintain the existing grid. Benson instructs us to go to her website to see the plan. And I went to the website and there's no plan. It's just dumb. Then there's Perry Johnson, the mummy. He's got a video. He's got lots of videos. One of my favorites is him standing in an open collar, remembering how like 100 years ago, his parents used to be poor. That's why the mega millionaire wants to return 4747 to our pockets. Nice number, 4747. Johnson says he's going to do a mega audit and find the waste to get us that money. Now, it's a real simple question. How do you settle on a dollar amount you're going to give us before you do the audit to find the money? It's dumb. Now, Haley Stevens wants to be your senator. So there she was standing on the Detroit River claiming that the Gordie Howe Bridge is being shanghaied by Matty Maroon, the corrupt billionaire crony of Donald J. Trump. Maroon, who owns the rival Ambassador Bridge, is Trump's biggest contributor. You just heard it in that cringy voice. And as you just heard, Matty Maroon's been fucking dead for 6 years. You don't know what you're talking about. You know little about international affairs or Michigan. That's what it showed me. Again, dumb. Now there's Dr. Abdul El Sayed, he of little professional accomplishment. I like to call him Dr. Phony El Baloney. Now, he can be found on Insta prancing about in a suburban cowboy costume. Did you see that one? I mean, dude, I used to live in Hollywood. Meet you at the Abbey. What the fuck was that? What is that?
The Abbey?
He wants to expand Obamacare into Medicare for all. The problem there is that Obamacare exploded medical costs, and now there are more uninsured middle-class working people than ever before. They're paying for it, but can't afford to have it. Dumb. The country's broke. Real ideas. Now, I like social media as much as the next guy. I can't afford cable, so I watch that. I can't afford health insurance, and I can't afford air conditioning at peak hours. But it's going to take more than some yard signs and some lame videos to convince me that they know what's going on out here. You know? Fire contracts do. They want a raise. I said, you ain't getting no raise. There ain't no raise. Remember when Mike Duggan gave all the public safety a raise? Remember that?
Allegedly.
He got great headlines. If you go back to bankruptcy, when they took a 10% cut, add that in, right? Then add in the inflation since then.
Right. Cost of living.
They lost, and they know it.
Yep.
And now, Comeback City, Yes, Mr. X, I'm on the air. Do you have any good political gossip?
Mr. X.
I know.
You're going to share something with. Okay, is it good? Give me a hint. Just a hint. No, but I'm on the air. But I'm interpreting the phone call. What do you got? What's it got to do with it? Come on now, little bit. Yeah, the file. Yep. Oh, the file.
That's how Charlie knows.
I'll
everything.
pick it up. I'll see you after the show, bro. Oh shit! All right, I'll call you, Mr. X.
What?
No, it's good.
Yep, and real.
And guess who I heard is running around Detroit?
Who?
FBI. I said I want to come.
And they said, no, not yet.
You may not. You may. We're not taking it, folks. We have some special guests back here who'd like to remain anonymous, but we're not taking it, right? Right, Karen?
That's correct.
We're not. We're not doing it. And how come none of these people running for shit is interested in the health of the people of Southfield, the people of Detroit, this poison dirt? Why? The only people that committed to it were the 4 Republican candidates for governor, Nesbitt, Cox, Johnson, and then Rembrandt. I think, is that how you pronounce it, Ken? Reban, yeah. Sorry, sir. Good dude. They committed to bring in the money to clean this up because the people did not do it.
It's true. It's another Flint.
The
That's
people
exactly
that they watched their lame videos and read their yard signs, they did it, and they got in bed with contractors. Mm-hmm. Now, let me see here. Want to know how DTE makes money? Okay, I know, folks, but I'm going to make it fun because I'm doing this. I'm like Gavin Newsom. Look at that.
That looks fun.
Gavin Newsom says he's dyslexic. He can't read. He says he's so dyslexic he can't do math.
But he can govern?
And you can't, and you can, you're not the best we have. Like, no shame in not being able to read or write or math. But you can't have the top job. Look at what's happening in California. The money's gone.
Maybe he can. He hasn't. So, I mean, but I think that's an indication, Charlie. We don't know what these people are bringing to the table until they either say something or do something that gives them an indication that they're falling short on our expectations and on their ability to lead. Like, they can say anything. And you talk about social media, that has become the key marketing tool for elected officials. And it's just all about presentation, performative discussions, and no substance. None.
Yeah, they don't know math and they don't care to keep track of anything. Now that we wiped him out, I'll give Mike Duggan some credit for knowing math. He knows pots of money, right? He doesn't use it for good. He didn't use it for good at all, but he was able to keep it bracketed. Now it's leaking out the side, and nobody knows how to sew the bladder up because it's leaking to death, right? Fire, police. Oh, we'll get into that. Okay,
but Duggan had duct tape. That's what he was doing. He's holding everything together so it looks good for him. He knew a smoke and mirror game. I mean, a shell game. That's what's on you. And he knows, but he knows the game. And so that's what it was. It still didn't benefit the people at all.
Yeah, we can bring it into what and why and how it's going on now.
Gotcha.
He was lucky because you took over. He knew, he was smart. We don't have to pay pensions for 10 years.
Yep.
That's like 10% of the fucking budget, right? Okay, so he knows that. And he knows this is what's good in a politician. He's got friends in higher place, so he could go to Biden and just have 850 million flood into here, and it's gone. But that's a good politician, to know your time and to have some friends. What you did with that duct tape, what you did was you bound this city and tortured it.
Don't forget his son worked for Biden. So those relationships, his daughter works for Jamie Dimon. I mean,
Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan Chase.
Yep, in New York. So you got to connect those dots.
And the guy that was Duggan's gone, but the guy that was running his super PAC, the board.
Is he?
Oh, I don't know. Is he going to Michigan? That's somebody's like that thing resurfaced. University of Michigan.
That's for the presidency, yeah.
How does that happen?
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's supposed to be a national search. You don't just get to name a czar.
Charlie, things don't happen the way they're supposed to, and you know that.
I know, but
It
the
doesn't.
people don't know it.
Yeah, they
We
don't.
got to let them know it.
And that's why they get shortchanged on the presentation side, because they know that most people don't know and that they don't exercise critical thinking skills enough to figure it out. I'm not going to say they don't have it. They don't execute
Well, I
it.
would say people need to read up, but it's hard to read in the dark. Okay, so here's how DTE works. Layman's, okay, I know, it's the lawyers, grid guys, and everybody's going to nip at it and try to parse it. But this is generally how it works. They're a private, publicly traded monopoly that is supposedly overseen by the Public Utilities Commission, right? Which are appointed by the governor.
Who they donate to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how she flies to Paris and shit. DTE gives to her nonprofit, blah, blah, blah. So DTE makes no money on electricity. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. It's like going to the gas station. They don't really make money on the gas. They make money on the snack cakes and the cigarettes and the soda pop. Mm-hmm. So they don't make any money really at all by generating electricity. And when they trim the trees, right, and do all that and upgrade it and put the poles in, they're not allowed to make a profit on that. They don't make a profit on that. So what they do make a profit on is building infrastructure. So let's say, oh, you know what we need to do? We need to replace all these gas lines. You know what we need to do? We need to put windmills in Lake Michigan. You know what we need to do? We need to build nuclear power plants. You know what we need to do? We need to take over the solar gig in Detroit and build it out. And even if it doesn't work, we're going to get paid, and I'll explain how. Let's say it costs $1 million. They go to the bank and they get $500,000, right? That $500,000 from the bank plus interest we pay in our rates. So our rates go up when they build new stuff. The other half, the other $500 million comes out of DTE's pocket. So DTE, it's called equity, right? So DTE gets by law a return on equity of 9.9%. There's your profit. So we pay the banks, they make the profit. Then we also have to pay DTE, they make a profit, and our rates need to go up to build this shit, whether we need it or not. Now, it's more cost effective for DTE to let the grid degrade. The wires fall to the ground. You call in guys from Florida, they come to hang it back up. It costs a lot of money, but it doesn't cost as much money as trimming the trees and shit.
Maintenance.
Okay. Yeah, it's called operations and maintenance. You can't make a profit on that. But here's the next little twist. The system degrades so much. Let's say the wires fall and they're bare. They need to be replaced from this storm. They get 9.9 on that. The pole that just snapped, they get 9.9 on that. Now remember, the pole that just snapped, we're still paying 9.9 for 30 years, and now we got a second pole that we're paying for, 9.9. Wow, the transformer pops, 9.9. By letting it run down, you created the emergency. Now, here's the next one. You're going to know this. Why is every time it rains in Detroit and it floods, it's called the storm of the century?
Why would I know that?
Because there's a caveat in the law that if it's an extraordinary weather event, then it's not an operations and maintenance issue. It was storm of the century. We couldn't foresee that. So now we're going to hit you with 9.9. So every time it floods in Detroit, because the pipes are shit, storm of the century. The feds come in here, storm of the century. So listeners of this program know this. If you look at FEMA and HUD money for emergency weather events, if you rank the states, what do you think the number one state for weather events, federal help? Florida? Hurricane Alley? Yeah, so. Florida. Yeah. And number two, probably Hurricane Texas. Oh, okay. Yeah. It is Texas. Flooding, yeah. And number three would be like Louisiana, Hurricane Alley, right? Number four, like California with the wildfires. No, it's not California. It's Michigan. You guys remember a hurricane?
Not recently.
You remember a massive forest fire? I don't. See the game? So when Jocelyn Benson's talking to me, folks, let me tie this together. That creates more problems. We're going to build new stuff. I like new stuff. We probably need some new stuff. But All you're doing is feeding the beast. Why isn't this a public utility? Do I sound like a commie?
Have you seen the salaries? I saw that floating around.
No.
Okay.
Ballpark me. No, that's interesting.
The chairman, the guy, I can't think what's Garcia maybe.
Norcia?
No, yeah.
Or was he the last one?
13 million.
13 million.
The new CEO is at 6 million.
6 million?
Yeah, I saw that and I said, wait,
on a regulated utility.
Yeah. Yep.
Seriously?
Yeah, I forgot. Is this it? Yeah, here it is right here. Whew. Keep talking, Charlie.
Okay. Well, then you know who was pushing the zero emissions footprint for Michigan by 2040? Who do you think was pushing that?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right.
Power company. Who did they give to in Lansing? Like everybody but 4 people.
Everybody. So Norcia is $12,688,154
Plus stock options.
plus stock options.
With a 3.3% dividend.
Trevor Lohr, L-A-U-E, Lohr. He's at $4 million. David Raut, he's at $5.5 million. Mark, somebody I can't pronounce his name, he's at $3 million. Joanne Chavez. I mean, these people are making money. It's like,
and we sit in the dark.
yeah.
And you want to do shit like, we're going to hold it to account. How? And we're going to invest to do stuff.
And
how?
And I'm not against people making money. I'm not. I get that. But do what you're supposed to do. Don't do it at the expense, as I always say, of the people you serve. Just don't do it.
What?
Why does a public utility that's monopoly, why do they need to advertise?
They do a lot.
Because they know we're really mad at them. They're not a public utility, by the way. They've been traded on the exchange since 1904, 5, 6. It's not. Why isn't it a public utility?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, but you talked about health insurance. I mean, they're technically a nonprofit. Look at the salaries and the money that goes through that. So, I mean,
I got a plan for that. Medicare for all. we got to do it.
I like Abdul.
Yeah,
I do.
This is politics.
I know it is, but while we're looking and sorting through all these people, I mean, as a person, I think the person makes a big difference, and I think that, in my opinion, will minimize.
Nope.
Okay, I tried.
You got to have the chops. Like, these are the top positions in our society. You got to know it. Like, I know more about the grid than Benson.
Well.
Okay, you want to talk to me about Medicare for all? I know something about it. I've used my days to prepare myself to be an adult in this society.
But
I'm sorry.
But they throw things that they know resonate with people.
Right.
And that's it. And it makes them feel good long enough to cast the vote.
Let me do it like this. Buddy, out of politics. We need to invest in housing.
Yep.
Everybody deserves medical care and affordability. Sure. I promise.
Well, remember back in the day, it was always, we want
can you get
safe
it done?
Streets for Detroit. What was it? It was like 2 or 3 things. It was always the same 3 things.
Yeah.
Always. So.
Claudette, when she was younger, said, what about a kitty cat unicorn?
Yeah, exactly.
They fly. They fart sprinkles?
No, I did not
And
know
rainbows?
that, Charlie. I'm not sure how that's helpful, but thank
Okay.
you.
So this last week, it was like high-speed trains.
Mm-hmm.
There's no high-speed train system anywhere in America. There's the Acela that goes from D.C. to New York, but so we can get there like that. We like there's so much traffic, like we can't get there like that. So she said, back in 1892, when this bridge opened, you could get from Muskegon to Mackinac City like that. Well, I got very intelligent listeners and readers, and they help. There's a lot of us. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you sent me the old historic train schedule. It's amazing. Okay. So they built this line from Muskegon to Grand Rapids. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then you had to get a hotel that night because the train left Muskegon. I don't have my notes, but at 12, and it got to Grand Rapids at 2. The train to Mackinac City doesn't leave till 9 a.m. So you got to pay for a hotel. Then if you're lucky and the train's on time, you get to Mackinac City. The absolute fastest you could make it was in 25 hours. Okay. Now by car, You can make it in 3? Okay. What did it cost in 1892 to take the trunk line to Grand Rapids, get a hotel, and then go up to Mackinac City for your fishing adventure? It cost about $8. In today's money, that's about $400 one way. So $800 round trip. What? That's like I could fly to fucking LA for that. To drive from Muskegon to Mackinac City costs $25. So is this the best use of our time? Is this the best use of very important discussions? Elections are coming for unserious things. And I like, they're fun to go. These are must-read social media accounts. Just the mudslide that comes on these people. But there's also people like, they seem to be intelligent. Their picture looks like they make some money. You know, they got they've got nice little icons next to them. And they're like, oh, thank you so much for not giving up on rail travel. And I'm like, you know who gave up on rail travel? You know who did? Railroad executives. Hey, we ain't making no money on this shit, man. They figured
Make
out
more with freight,
Yeah.
But Amtrak is struggling too. I mean, they are.
They'd
So
be
that's
gone.
not.
They'd be
Yeah,
gone.
but when you think about regional transportation, Charlie, we've been talking about that for about 20, 30 years. It's always, even at Mackinac, it was always DARTA. And nothing ever happens. I mean, it's still the same conversation.
Now they more for buses that people don't ride.
Yeah.
And we can't find a way to consolidate the bus lines.
Well,
Detroit, Department of Transportation, smart. Like,
in the queue line.
special guest over here. The excuse is different pensions, right? It's federal involvement. You know, how do we da-da-da-da? How about somebody stays up late and does some work? Okay, if you're a senator and there's federal issues, that's something you could talk about. Hey, man, I want to go to Washington. We got some of the worst drinking water. I want to go to Washington. Our bus systems are a mess. I want to go to Washington. Canada is bringing garbage and we can't raise the price on them. What are we doing in Michigan with Canada's garbage? This is the kind of shit I want to hear about. Healthcare? Yeah. I would just say, I'd go back to before Obamacare. It worked better and it was cheaper.
But none of these people are one-offs on any change, meaning they can't do it on their own. So again, remember when people used to run for city council, they run for something, even you can't do that by yourself. So yeah, you can go and say, I'm going to champion for this, but you can't guarantee or promise a return on any of that because it's not your sole decision. It's not. And so people don't understand how that process works to know that they're promising something that they can't deliver.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's the most expensive here. Our water, and we're surrounded by water. Our electricity, and it's the least reliable. Our auto insurance, which brings me to Cure Auto Insurance. Michigan drivers paid the highest car insurance rates in the country for years. Why? Because the system priced people on everything but their driving, as Detroiters know. Cure came to Michigan to do it differently. Your rate is priced mainly on how well you drive.
Oh, I should be driving for free then.
Not your credit score. You've been driving these roads your whole life. Get priced like it. Drivers who switch see an average savings of over 40%. Go to cure.com right now and see what your driving is actually worth. That's cure.com. And again, we were talking about insurance, and that's even separate. Like if you have a nice car and you want to insure, oh, here I was at Mel's garage yesterday. They know everything about cars there. Do you know Michigan, if not one, it's always in the top states where people lease their cars. Well, we're number one in that too.
Right.
And if you lease a car, you have to have full coverage.
Yep.
So they got us by the balls because we're a big market. Help.
But you know what, Charlie? When you talk about Detroit rates, I was thinking about this the other day. When I came home from college, I lived on a street that has a duplicate street of the same name in Grosse Pointe. And so I'm on the phone with AAA and I gave them whatever. And they said, oh, this is your rate and this is your zip code. And I said, oh, no, that's not my zip code. My zip code is 48214. They said, oh, it tripled. I mean, and this was way back then. And so just that, just the difference. So yeah, it's Michigan, but Detroit carries it very, very heavy.
Yeah, they redline the fuck out of it because
They do.
I actuarially I understand stuff. Crime rates are higher in Detroit, so you're going to pay a little bit more, right?
I thought, wait.
But
I thought he eliminated crime.
Oh yeah, there's no crime.
Don't forget, we don't have any crime.
Yay! And
Don't
I think
forget.
the answer to that
It's
is
a bunch of nonsense.
what was that?
once again, it's
It's a bunch of nonsense.
Well, speaking of insurance, guy that mowed over red has some, so it's a miracle. It's a miracle. It was the Detroit City bus. Yeah, he caught the Uptown bus going downtown.
has he heard your set?
Yeah, I played him the roast,
Yeah.
and he's laying in the bed with his like this. Just cast, and I played it. And he's going ha ha ha, ha, and his tummy shaking like a bowl of jelly.
Yeah.
It was sweet.
What a
I
good
was like,
guy.
thank God you lived, dude.
Yeah.
I'd look like such a dick if he died.
Good look, Charlie.
But he did yell at his wife, Shalise, because they forgot to bring his doggy bag home from the hospital, which contained his spleen.
Oh.
He's very cheap, man. Very cheap.
I just like him for Karen's reactions.
Let's go call this fool. I think he's on his way to the bone doctor or something. Ooh. Just.
Hello?
Hey, Shalise, it's Charlie and Karen. Good morning.
Hey, Charlie. Hello?
Hey.
Is that Red?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you sound chipper, bro.
Good.
What's it?
He sounds good. Hey, Red.
Hello?
Hey, man, go. Yeah. Karen just said you're going to have to yell because he can't hear you.
Hey, Red. It's Karen.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I was.
Hey, is that Karen?
Yes. How you doing, Red?
Hey, Karen.
Hey. It's good to hear your voice, Red.
Hey, glad to be heard.
Yeah, it's much better than last time I saw you. And you sounded like. Say, listen.
A whole lot better.
You know what we should do, dude? We should do a charity show for you, helping these medical bills.
All right, I'm game for that.
What the fuck is that in the background?
I actually don't know what that is.
Where you at?
I'm in the car now, headed over to my orthopedist. Did I say it right? Orthopedist appointment.
Tell him to say ortho.
What'd you say, Karen?
Tell him to just say ortho.
Just say ortho, bro.
Ortho, okay, yeah.
I doubt you could spell that either.
Red sounds good.
Say, listen, yeah, he sounds great, doesn't he?
Yes.
I mean, he is 10 pounds lighter. He doesn't have a spleen.
Yeah, sure don't.
What?
You didn't need it anyway.
Yeah,
I
what?
don't even know what the hell a spleen does.
What? Do you feel any different?
Nah, really, not without the spleen. It might just be some extra shit. I don't know.
Are you able to walk?
Well, I can, but I can't because I still got this boot on. But other than that, I'm pretty good.
That's good. He sounds great.
Yeah, you sound really great, dude. And your audience misses you.
And we miss you
I miss
too,
them
Red.
too. Boy,
Yeah.
do I ever.
Yeah, no, I meant in the intensive ward. Yeah, nobody can sleep anymore because you're not there telling those lame jokes.
Hey, that's okay. I'm going to do a special appearance.
They called you walking anesthesia. That's what they were calling you. Well, I'm really happy, dude. To be honest with everybody, listen, I went to see you the other day. You look really good.
Thank you. I feel a lot better. And like I said, getting stronger every day, a day at a time. And eventually I'll be back to telling them jokes.
Oh.
Don't rush it.
Charlie,
Yeah, well, take your time. Just forget about the jokes for a while and get better, Red. All right, man. I love y'all. I'll stop by to see you this week. Okay, I'll bring a Coney dog.
Most definitely. Love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Love you too, Red. Bye.
Yeah, give my best to Shalice.
Okay.
All right. Bye, Shalice.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Sounds great.
Doesn't he though?
Yeah.
So wait a minute. He and his wife got back together?
Are we supposed to do this because we are in the top 5% of all podcasts globally? Do we really want to? Yeah,
Well, I mean,
well, you know what? You remember, no, he did it.
That's what I'm saying. We had
he's
that
the one that moved into the
we had that
house.
long series about him leaving.
That's right.
That's the only reason I'm asking. So,
well, let's put it this way. They're together. He's staying over there. And if it wasn't for her, I don't think the dude would have made it.
well, I'm glad though. I mean, sometimes it takes those kind of situations to reconnect people or remind them of how important they are. So no, I was just asking. I don't care about personal stuff. I just remember the series, that he told the story and the whole 9 yards. So
she's a great woman. Absolutely.
I'm happy for them both.
And we've been talking about what needs to be fixed, like healthcare, all that.
Yep.
The shit this woman had to go through to help a friend of ours, a community member, an American, right? You get run over, you don't have good insurance or any insurance, you're not working, and everything they had to go through to get this guy some care.
Yep.
I work. That's what that's for. It's to help each other when we need it.
But no, it's all about profit, Charlie. Everything is about profit. I mean, it is. It's over people. It's over purpose. It's over everything, unfortunately.
Okay, let's, before we get to the local news, let's hear from American Coney Island, because I promised I'd bring Redwood, the best damn dog in the world.
I'm Grace Karros, and I'm third generation of American Coney Island. People say Detroit's a comeback city. I say, where you been? We've been here for over 100 years. My family's been here on the same corner, serving our famous proprietary American Coney Island hot dog. So like always, we're keeping things fresh, updated, and new. We'd love to have you come downtown and visit us, but if you can't, you can always go to AmericanConeyIsland.com, order a Coney kit, get it delivered fresh right to your door.
Are we back? Hit me.
The No BS Newshour presents What's Bullshit in the News?
What's this explosive diarrhea going around? Is it?
That's politics.
That's quite a segue.
It's politics.
That's politics.
Yeah, that's Mallory McMurrow's campaign. Explosive diarrhea, that thing imploded. What's it called?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Cyclosporiasis. Mark, tell me all about cyclosporiasis.
Am I a doctor? What do I have it? I mean,
we're going to include you in everybody's health plan. Mark for all.
No, it's not a bacteria, is it? It's a parasite. Is it a parasite or a bacteria?
I don't know. I'm asking you. But everybody's ass is exploding.
All I hear is that everybody. All I keep hearing is that
you heard it here first.
You have to. They're talking about people not washing produce and fruit and vegetables, which they should be doing anyway. And because it's so heavily laden with pesticides, you need to do your apple cider vinegar and baking soda or whatever, and you can see the stuff coming on. And I guess people just aren't doing it. But hey, they got to keep us sick. It also keeps the medical and the pharmaceutical ball rolling.
Do you get this from cheese and bacon?
I believe they think it's mainly produce.
Oh, thank God, I'm safe.
It's produce.
That stuff grows inside it. Like it gets inside it, so washing it's not going to matter at all.
Well, speaking of tearing asshole, she amended her complaint. Breaking news. Taryn Ashhole's sexual discrimination suit has been amended, refiled in federal court, thus now demanding that she be let out of her 6-month no-compete clause because they actually fired her in November, so it should be over by now. But I think I have it on decent authority that she was still accepting her paycheck. So I don't know. The breaking news part of it is I demanded. I don't know why you want to brawl with me, but I'm in there as an example of Well, guys did bad things when they worked at Fox too, and they didn't get fired. So why did I get fired for being a raving lunatic? They said that I was arrested for disorderly conduct for, what was it? Biting a guy's ear. It's not true. I wrote to the lawyer. I said, fix it. Mm-hmm. I was nice. Fix it. Like, this complaint is about as accurate as Asher's fucking journalism. You know what I mean? Fix it. They did not fix it. I could do shit like, that is, what's the term, legal terminology? Reckless disregard for the truth. Because now everybody that watches this program, you know what the truth is. You didn't fix it. But I'm not like that. I'm not like that. So here's the news. I'm going to be watching this fucking case all the way through.
Oh boy.
See you next Tuesday. Okay.
See you next Tuesday.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We've missed you. That was for you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Mary Sheffield seems to have gotten the teeny boppers in order, in shape. It's all good. Like, streets are all wonderful. The fireworks were great because they basically shut the city down. They basically turned it off, right? Let Canada do it. But this is from July 4th here in the city. Here we go. Look at that.
I see you, Charlie.
That's me in the middle.
I see you.
So it's somebody. Look, the white chick showed up.
And see, and that's something else that they were talking about on social media. You know, everything has become so racially charged, and they were like, you know, all these people, i.e., blacks in Detroit, don't know how to act and blah blah blah. And I actually took a screenshot of that, and I said, nope, I don't want to start a Twitter beef. But it's like, it's not just black people out there. They're just young folks out there doing stuff that we wouldn't do and that they probably shouldn't be doing. But remember, this was happening under James Craig. Do you remember? This was a huge thing. So I saw somebody say, well, if Duggan were still here, this wouldn't happen.
Bullshit.
First of all, it was happening under Duggan. Yeah. So let's be honest about the assessment.
Absolutely. Remember, some twerking.
That was not me.
I hope it doesn't happen, but someday it's going to happen. They're going to be like 3 girls twerking like this, and they're going to get a Camaro up their ass. It's going to be all on social media. Oh, but you know, like, you're right. Like, I'm just going to put it where it's at. I know what I was like when I was 17 and 18 and 16, and if the social media
and 40
could get me the directions, you know I'm going to be there being the fool. In fact, all the people that talk about, well, Detroit was great, and we went for Sunday drives and got ice cream. Don't you remember drag racing up Woodward and the service drives and shit?
And Belle Isle
and
all that, yeah. But people seem to think that their bad was better than this bad. And so it's not. I mean, there was a lot of violence in the 80s and the 90s and the whole 9 yards. Yeah. But, you know, this looks bad. But if they aren't hurting anybody, you know, because James Craig had talked about it one time, allocating a space. I was like, we got enough room in this city. Dedicate an area for them to go and do it. Yeah. You know, let them go and do the, you know, Hellcats or whatever. So this isn't new, people. This is not a new administration issue. This has been around. So,
but you know, we need stuff for kids to do at midnight. No, it's called fucking curfew. You be at home. That's what you be doing.
But a lot of it, Charlie, they closed Belle Isle, you know, because everybody didn't like the strip. You know, all those kids are out there with music. Okay. But I've talked to cops that have worked Belle Isle for years. They said they never had an issue. So it looked bad, and maybe it wasn't your genre of music, but it was someplace for them to go.
Yeah, but I'm making the point, like, you go home. Yeah, it's 11. You go home.
At a certain time,
I'm
you do
60.
Go home.
We were supposed to be home. We weren't. But they weren't opening no gymnasiums. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Then we're all going to show up with our booze and try to be hitting on the chicks, and then booze and chicks equals fights. You know, that's why they don't do it. I just go home. Stuff to do in the day. I totally agree with that. So, some local news. Speaking of Red got run over on an e-bike. In Ferndale, a man riding his e-bike dies after colliding with the Oakland County vehicle. Now, that's sad. And the people of Ferndale, man, your governance there. Why did you cut out a dual direction on each side of Woodward bike paths? It's a fucking highway, right? So what they did is they took the 2 right lanes and made them double bike paths. Now, if you're listening, let's see if I can make this right. So you want to go northbound on Woodward and you want to make a right. So what are you trained to do on a one-way street? You're looking to the left. Right? Any cars coming?
If you're making
Okay.
it right.
All of a sudden, from north going south to your right where you never looked, here coming a guy on an e-bike. But that's not what happened here. As I understand it, the guy was going northbound and the trucks were going northbound and turning into a street. Okay. Now when you're on Woodbury, because of these bike paths, they pushed the parking out.
Right.
Okay. So now you've got a double lane blind spot. So you got to pull almost in a trap. It's very dangerous. So these guys were making a right-hand turn, I think, and the e-biker, the visions of him is blocked by cars. This is...
But it's too convoluted, Charlie. I mean, even like here, you've got all of those, I don't know, what platforms and, then it's just too much. Like, and people don't know that you are supposed to travel in the direction of traffic. So, there have been a couple times I've almost, because they're not abiding by nobody's playing fair. You can't see. Your vision is obstructed, even here in the city. All of that, the bus, you got a bus stop in the middle of the street now. And it's like, who?
Bad governance. And again, I looked up state law. You're right, what you just said. If you're on a bicycle, you're required by law to go with the flow of traffic. Except when you carve out dedicated lanes. Okay. But why are they two-way? And why it's a disaster.
Dumb.
Everybody's complaining about it. Now they don't know what to do.
It's dumb.
Yeah, and they're not going to admit that they're wrong and it's dangerous. Fix it. I got that in this Woodward Talk. I love Woodward Talk.
It's the best.
Yeah. Good job, you guys.
Yeah.
Is that a suburban
it's
paper?
the only local stuff. And
Yeah, it covers the Woodward corridor.
yeah. Oh, Crime Watch. The Crime
Watch is great.
Here we go.
From my city.
This one. Thank God somebody's still doing local journalism, or we would not be informed. To wit. Suspect allegedly defecates on business floor and counter. Dateline, Berkeley, Michigan.
I was going to say, that's a suburban issue problem.
Hometown,
Police were sent to a local business for a report of a woman defecating on the floor of the store. According to the report, Berkeley Berkeley public safety officers were called at 4:27 p.m., June 25th, to counsel resale. Claude, don't get a job there.
Hey, maybe she had explosive diarrhea.
Yeah. Now they know.
Yeah, it was explosive diarrhea. That's funny. Oh, yeah. Anyway, okay. So employees, probably Claudette's friend, stated that approximately 30 to 45 minutes prior, a woman had come into the store and was shopping. She was known to frequent the business. She asked to use the restroom, but was informed there were no public restrooms. The woman stated that she was going to, quote, crap, unquote.
She didn't have a choice.
I think those restrooms should have become
If she's a customer,
public at
why
that
would they
point.
not allow her to use the restroom?
The woman.
Look what kind of animal this is.
This is just a classic case of cyclosporiasis. The woman stated she was going to crap on the floor while no one was around to witness it. I mean, that's a turn of phrase. Good job, Woodward Talk. While no one was around to witness it, fecal matter was found on the floor of the shop and was wiped on the front counter. Police were given a possible suspect for the incident, a 64-year-old Rochester Hills woman.
Rochester Hills.
Bring that crap to my city.
Right?
Literally.
Oh, my Lord. So, anyway, on the front page here.
There's more.
Yeah. Mike Cox was running for governor and was tied by all the polls I've seen, internal, external, was tied with John James, despite not having the money, etc. Then Trump came in. did the endorsement, and it's gone to 10. So there's a couple weeks left, and I think Mike Cox is hitting it pretty hard. And I'm just going to tell you, the guy's a son of immigrants. The guy was a Marine. The guy was a physical laborer. The guy was the attorney general of this state for 2 terms, and he's a successful lawyer. I've hired him. That's what I'm telling you.
We appreciate that, Charlie.
Okay, so let me call him here. See what his plan is. Let's see here.
It's not an ambush call, is it?
We'll see.
Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
I'm good. Listen, is this Mike Cox?
Yes, it is.
It's Mike Cox. I'm good. I'm reading the Woodward Talk, Mike Cox, and I think I see some campaign advertising from you here, Mr. Cox. It says junk removal.
That's my specialty, Charlie. I'm going to remove the junk in Lansing. I'm the winner. I'm the fighter who's going to scrape the junk off the street and clean Lansing up.
Okay, Mike Cox. It says junk removal, 25% off any servicing, Mike Cox.
I will do it for free, Charlie. Just elect me, and I will get to work on cleaning the junk out of Lansing.
Okay, thank you, sir. And how many years did you do in the Marine Corps?
I did 3 years in the Marine Corps and gave birth to another Marine and a naval officer who's about to go over to Iran in just a little bit.
Oh, my best wishes there.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and listen, one last thing. Everybody says they're going to be cutting taxes and finding. You know, Perry Johnson's out there promising a specific number. But how do you promise a specific number before you do the audit?
I have no idea. What I can tell you is that if you want to eliminate the income tax to join the most prosperous states, if you want your kids to read again, you're going to have to pick a winner, a fighter who can get to Lansing and take on the mob.
That's me. That's me. You're stealing my shit. That's what I do.
Okay. Well, I will be taking my direction from you, Charlie. The tidbits that you drop on your show and your columns, I'm going to pick those up and run with them.
My man.
And create havoc.
Now listen, during the debate, you promised the people of Detroit and Southfield that once we get to the bottom and this massive poisoning needs to be cleaned up, that you're there to help as the leader if the people should select you. Do you double down on that?
You mean when the people select me? Of course. I went and cleaned out the University of Michigan from their nasty stuff a couple of years ago. I will do the same thing with the nasty dirt in Detroit.
Okay. Thank you, Mike Cox, the junk removalist who'll service you at 25% off.
I hear some underlying stuff in that.
$0 payment.
It says here divorce settlements too. Hot tub, shed, and deck removal.
I can't do everything, but I can deliver for you in Lansing.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. It's Mike Cox.
I tell you this, though. There will not be a Democratic governor.
There won't be?
Mm-mm.
Dude, what?
Mm-mm. We never go Democrat, and we're certainly not going female Democrat. It's not happening. It's not.
How did Marilyn McMurrow go so quietly? Do you think they promised her something?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Well, I mean, I don't know who is, but
that's the thing.
She was polling really, really well, and
she wasn't.
Well,
nobody believed it. Again, who was doing
recently? But
who was doing these polls? The dude that scraped the money together for Nestle's wife and then supposed to be charged for campaign finance fraud, who never got charged. That guy, that's the guy that does the polls. Because the ultimate poll is this: 8%. I think it was always nobody. No, it was never there.
That wasn't happening.
It's never there. So what is she going to get? Health and Human Services? What are they going to groomer for, I guess that's a wrong
But
term.
see, that's the other thing too.
Right. She got famous for that. I meant, build you up so in 8 years you
There's
make
some-
the run.
No, that's not happening.
Go back to California.
Yeah,
man.
because you gotta remember her trajectory was because of what, that social media, thing at one time. Nobody knew who she
When
was.
the guy called her a groomer.
Yeah, and so everybody, and it's like, come on, okay, but what does she bring to the table? And then that little dance thing she had with the big heads and the black people going down. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like,
This is
what?
the state of things.
But
I'm sorry.
all of us aren't
serious person.
stupid. All of us aren't stupid, Charlie.
Right.
So
I don't need little catchphrases and shit. But anyway, I gotta go because I'll tell you all about it next Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Next Wednesday. See ya. Good to see you, Karen.
you too, Charlie.